Hi, welcome back to another episode of Survival Kitchen. My name is Mynn Lee and today's episode is very special because we are doing a Deepavali special. So to all of you celebrating, happy Deepavali. So what we're making is a very special Indian snack. You know, I love Murukkus. That is the first thing I look for whenever I go to my friend's house during like Deepavali. So I'm going to teach you how to make one today. So if you ever miss it or feel like eating it, well, you can make it yourself. So we're going to start off with some Murukku mix. So this Murukku mix, you can actually find it anywhere in the supermarkets. Just look for Murukku mix. The packet is 500 grams and I'm going to use all of it. So we can do lots and lots of Murukku. And next I'm going to put some spices in it so that you've got the oomph, you know. A teaspoon of cumin seeds and a handful of sesame seeds. Okay, and we can also add some paprika. If you don't like it spicy, you can always like omit it if you want, but I like it spicy because I'm Malaysian that way. So about a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons fine. Actually just how much you like. So next up, I have to put this very important ingredient. It's the ghee. You know, to me, ghee is like, you know, smells like cookies, like biscuits. So it gives like a really nice flavor towards the Murukku mix. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of ghee. Yeah. So now I'm going to knead the dough, but I'm going to add in water slowly. You have to do it very, very slowly. It's about 1.5 cups of water. I'm going to prepare it first. That is 1 cup, this is ½ cup. If you don't have your measuring cups, it's also fine. You can just estimate it with 1.5 cups of water using your own cups. And now's the time to get dirty. I'm going to start kneading the dough. And we're going to pour in the water little by little, just so you know it gets through all the dough. Don't go in straight away. So I'm going to wet it. Continue kneading it until you get a really nice, spongy kind of texture. I think it's getting there. Okay, I've gone through my first cup, so let's try to gather all the flour together. It may be a little bit more water. Go according to your feelings. You know, if you feel that the dough is good enough, you can always stop with the water. It's getting there. Let's put a little bit more. Okay. Now I have a big rock, big slab of dough. Okay, so my hands are a bit dirty. We wash it a bit. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing to do when making the Murukku is to fry your dough, okay? And I'm going to heat up the oil first before I make it into like a Murukku kind of look, right? The great thing about palm oil, which I'm using today, is that palm oil has a very neutral flavor. And because it's neutral, it will not overpower the ghee that I've already put in, which got a very nice, you know, cookie smell to me. And one thing about palm oil, that the reason why I'm using it is because it's great for deep frying. It doesn't disintegrate with the heat. So that's what we'll be using today. Alright. So while we're waiting for the oil to heat up, I'm going to put the Murukku dough into the Murukku press or the cookie press. Now, if you don't have a Murukku press, it's alright. You can always use a cookie press. So I'm going to try with the Murukku press first because looking at the conception, right, it seems like it's going to take a lot of strength. So you take like a slice of your dough, make it into maybe the size of a golf ball, slightly bigger than a golf ball. Put it into the press. And while you're pressing down, you're supposed to go round and round so it gives the Murukku its shape. Yeah! And that's about how much I can press. Okay, maybe we use the cookie press because it looks a little bit more simple. Okay, we'll do the same thing, the size of a golf ball. Right. Let's go. The cookie press is giving me a very fat Murukku. I'm going to try and fry it and see what happens. Make sure when you put the dough inside, they don't touch each other because you don't want them to stick. Try the next one. Just make sure they don't stick to each other. So now it's still bubbly, and while waiting for it to fry, I'm going to try and do more murukku. And you know, the thing about this cookie press is you can actually do the short murukkus. Ooh. My small murukku has stopped bubbling. I'm going to put it on this. And I'm going to try again with this. So hard to press! It's like workout. I'm going to finish up the entire dough and I'll show you how all my murukku look later. So after lots of pushing and pulling and pressing and frying, I am proud to say I finally got my jar of murukku. So while waiting for my friends to come over and try it, I myself, I'm going to enjoy with a tray of murukkus and a cup of coffee. My name is Mynn Lee. Thank you so much for joining us today on Survival Kitchen, and happy Deepavali!